something magical happens when you just keep going. Good morning, guys. I'm Shonda, and I inspire nations to grow. So for those of you who always turn it on, because you know I absolutely love you guys. And for those of you who may be new, I want to welcome you to the Sing Life community. And if you haven't done it already, go ahead and click the subscribe button and bell notification so that we can stay connected. But most importantly, help me grow this conscious community and raise the level of vibrational frequency on this planet. Well, I just wanted to reach out and talk to someone today that has possibly given it your all, and you're on the verge of just throwing in the towel. You're on the verge of giving up. But I was thinking about my life and how something happens, something magical happens when you just don't give up. And I want to talk to you about that today. It's almost like when you're in the midst of manifesting something great, right? You feel like sometimes the universe, it teases you. It's almost like it gives you a glimpse of what's to come, and then somehow it's just taken away. And then you experience all this resistance, even though you know that you're trying your best to live from the end, but for whatever reason, you feel like the more you try to do something, the harder it is. And I was thinking about the space shuttle. You know, at the time when the space shuttle is launched in the air, it gets some great momentum going. But as it travels into the atmosphere, it has like two little rockets on the side of it that's kind of anchoring it and giving it some throttle. And in the midst of breaking that atmosphere from, Earth into space, I can imagine just some crazy turbulence begins to happen as the shuttle travels. And it goes as far as it can with the added weight and the throttle from the other two rockets. But something magical happens when that shuttle hits space. It's like you go so far and then the weight begins to be a little bit lighter. So the other two rockets kind of fall off along the sides. And then there is the shuttle just traveling through space. And then it breaks that surface and it enters into what I would say the overflow. And that's what happens when you're on the verge of doing something that you have never done before, when you are on the verge of breaking a generational curse in your bloodline, when you are on the verge of being the first millionaire in your family, when you're on the verge of being the first one to have great credit, when you are on the verge of being the first person in your family to own a home, when you are on the verge to be the first person to graduate from high school or to graduate from college or to get that associate's degree, when you are on the verge of starting a multi-million dollar business, when you are on the verge of being a virtuous woman that has class, dignity, and honor, when you are on the verge of being a man of just great compassion, strength, and great character. It's something that happens to make you feel that it's impossible. But I just wanted to just submit something for your consideration today. Have you ever just considered that it's supposed to happen that way? That's the way of you breaking old habits. That's the way of you breaking through the surface that so many before you gave into. That's the way of you just beginning to shed the old version of who you are, the old circumstances, even sometimes the old familiar faces to enter into the glory. And it's just something magical that happens when you keep going. And I just want to reach out, if it just touches one person today, to let you know, do not allow the outside circumstances, your current situation, the voices that you hear outside of you, the voices that you hear internally to stop you from proceeding in the direction of your everlasting. Because I want you to know this today on this Motivation Monday, that something magical happens when you enter into that unknown place, when all the weight is gone and you get the one thing that you knew from the beginning that you deserve. I love you guys. And until the next video, peace. Bye now.